Hi, I'm Adam Murphy, Democratic candidate for U.S. Senate here in Wisconsin, and I wanted to talk about this term we've heard a lot recently, which is energy independence, because it doesn't seem to mean what people think it means. What it does refer to is the fact that in the last couple of years, the United States has exported more petroleum products than it has imported. We have exported about 8 million barrels a day, and we have imported about 7.5 million barrels a day. So we are a net exporter. But that actually doesn't mean that we're energy independent. And here's what I mean. We have, for example, under Donald Trump, we imported 226 million barrels a month of crude oil every month on average, 7.5 million barrels a day. So even under Donald Trump, we've never been energy independent. We've always been part of this global market, which is a free market system, with the exception of OPEC being a cartel, but it is a free market system where we as Americans want the cheapest gas prices, which means we want the cheapest oil prices. And we can oftentimes get those outside of the country. And so if we wanted to be energy independent and produce enough crude oil our own, the problem is that it would actually be much more expensive because it's cheaper in other countries. That's part of the reason that we import. So energy independence would require us to actually get off of oil, get out of that market, which means we either completely isolate ourselves or we find a better source. I'll show you where you can find all this information. Thanks much. So if you go to EIA.gov, which is the Energy Information Administration, and you search for crude oil imports, you will be able to come to this screen, which shows all of our crude oil imports by country broken down, so you can see everywhere we get our oil from, and it's broken down by month. So this is thousands of barrels per month. So for example, in July of 2021, we imported a total of 272 million barrels of oil. Now, if you scroll over to the side, there is an option to view history. So I'm going to look at 1981 to 2021, and here we go. We have never, since the early 90s, been under 200 million barrels imported in a month. And let me scroll down. I'm going to take a look, and here's the Donald Trump years, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, somewhere to the tune of roughly 200 to 300 million barrels of imported crude oil every month, including under Donald Trump, which means that we have never been energy independent. If we want to be energy independent, what we're going to have to do is get off of oil and petroleum and flip over to resources that are renewable here in the country so that they are only available locally and only available to sell locally. Because oil is a global product with global supply and global demand in a global free market, it means that unless we are off of it, we are never going to be independent of it. I hope that helps. Please feel free to ask questions. Thanks so much.